I have been loving this sunny season. I just came back from a vacation, which was very much needed, and energy wise and vibe wise, I do have to say, like, summertime sunny weather always makes people more excited, more warm, more positive, you name it. But I also have to confess that I am also kind of low-key looking forward into like layering clothing, cozy evenings. Yeah, fall season, but without the rain, which is almost impossible here in the Netherlands. I've been seeing people adding their fall wish lists on YouTube, and of course I have to do it too. So I made a little wish list of items that I've been eyeing for quite some time and that are perfect for the fall season. I'm not sure if it is doable to get everything, but obviously I don't gatekeep. So if you're wondering what I have on my fall wish list when it comes to clothing, beauty items, tech, even skills, then this video is most definitely for you. Hello. If you're new here, hi, I'm Angela. I'm a trichologist and cosmetic chemist who is basically obsessed with everything when it comes to hair, skin, beauty, all backed by science. Here we break down the facts, we debunk myths, and make sure that you get the best out of your routine without the flow. So if you're all about science-backed beauty, don't forget to subscribe and hit the post notification button to make sure that you get a notification each and every single time that I post a new video. Without further ado, let's get back into this week's video. I think I'm first gonna start off with beauty because that is obviously my biggest passion. I do have to say I don't have that many beauty items. I think it's probably because whenever I see something, I get it right away. I don't add it to a wish list, and I think that just has to do with my passion involving beauty. So when I look at my list, which I have down here, I literally only have 3 things. One of them being a body care product, and that is Cycklar's newest launch. It's their shower body oil balm, in particular the Vanilla Verve scent. And that already, when I heard the name and when I saw the launch, it literally launched last week, I was so intrigued. Let me just read what the description on the website says about this product. So it literally says, step out of every shower glistening and moisturized. This transformative body oil melts on contact to lock in moisture, leaving you with skin that's soft, smooth, and supple. That just has my name all over it. So I already own the rest of the Vanilla Verve range. I got the shower gel, I got the body lotion, I got the body oil, and I even have like the perfume oil, which I've all been loving. I do have to say, I do think that it's more of a fall scent, and that's why I haven't been using it a lot recently. But this body oil balm really feels like the perfect lazy girl product to have, and it isn't something that I have seen lately when it comes to body care products. I'm just also really intrigued by the way that it's been formulated, the product experience. What I've experienced so far with Cycklar is they really focus on not only scent profiles but also sensory. All of their formulations so far that I've tried have been super elegant. They give you that luxury feel from packaging to actual formulation and how soft and luxurious it feels and smells. It projects beautifully scent wise. You don't even need to add like a fragrance afterwards or a perfume afterwards. So I'm really excited for this new launch, and I've put it on my wish list because it's not available where I live in the Netherlands, and I need to order it, send it over to my American PO box to get it here, and that's why it's on my wish list. The second thing, I've put it on my wish list to try because I haven't found sample sizes of it, and that is the Guerlain Eau de Coton, the eau de toilette. The fact that it's eau de toilette is the thing and the main reason why I want to test it out first, and I need a sample first. But when I saw the fragrance notes, it sounds like a really nice clean fragrance, and I love clean fragrances. Well, I only love one because I own one, but I want some variation, and I haven't found the right variation, if that makes sense. But when it comes to the fragrant notes, it says that it has white musk, cotton flower, linen, orange blossom, and almond. That really sounds heavenly. I just need to test it. I want to test it on my skin, what it smells like, and that's because of the orange blossom. I've noticed that citrusy notes in scents really come out on my skin, and I really don't like that overpowering citrusy scent on me personally. So I really need to figure out if that happens with this one, or that is just fine. And I need to test longevity because it's an eau de toilette, and the eau de toilette normally doesn't last long. This isn't a cheap fragrance. I think it's like $170, so I want to make sure that it is worth that investment. But I do have to say, one of my favorite fragrances that I have is from Guerlain, and that one wears like for 2 days straight. So I'm hoping that the eau de toilette will last me one day, if that makes sense. And then the third thing is a treatment. It's a treatment that I've done before, and that is PDRN under my eyes. It's been a year ago. I really want to do a top up because I have seen great results from it, not from a filler or filling point of view, but more so when it comes to brightening my under eyes, because it thickens the skin, allowing the veins and the darkness not to come through that thin skin as much. So I've really noticed a huge difference in that. I've seen a little decline right now, so I really want to give myself that top up, and that's also what was recommended, to at least like do it once a year as a top up, preferably twice. But I want to see what that one time will do. But these treatments aren't cheap, so I need to plan it out for myself. And not only that, I need to plan it in a period that I, for example, don't have to film, I don't have to be out and about, because it does cause a little bit of swelling, and I don't want to wear makeup on top of it. I really want to make sure that my skin and everything just heals nicely without like feeling the need to like put stuff on to hide it. Up next is fashion. I do have to say, for this fall wish list, I do have quite some fashion items for this season, or at least for this whole year. I've really been trying to be more conscious about my purchases. I have to say, I'm a shopaholic when it comes to fashion, especially also fast fashion and sale shopping. I am someone who is super tempted to buy things on discount, on sale, and buy things in bulk, just because I'm girl mathing it out, like, yeah, but it is like 30% off, so I can add this and I can add that. I have a lot of clothing, and I've noticed that like in recent years, I, after one season, don't like stuff anymore, and that is just because of the habit of overconsumption. I would be lying if I would not still participate in that, because that's literally the field that I'm in. I'm in the field of beauty, and that also means overconsumption. But I want to be very conscious on certain items that I buy, because I've noticed that the items that I've been like saving up for or spending a little more on, that those items are actually the items that I wear and use the most. So it's gonna take time to like flip that switch, because even like for my vacation, for example, I also opted for some fast fashion brands to have cute outfits. So it's not something that I'm really consistent at. But for my fall wardrobe, I actually want to look into, I would say, more investment pieces that I will wear longer and enjoy longer in comparison to like the quick buys. But I'm not saying that I'm cured, okay? That's just my aim and goal for this season, or from this day forward, or rather I've been doing for quite some time now, slowly but surely getting a little bit better at it, but I'm still not good at it, okay? I got it. So starting off strong with a bag, and that is by the brand Dragon Diffusion. I've seen this brand go almost viral, I would say, on TikTok. A lot of people have been purchasing their bags, and I love the woven design. I feel like the only woven brand that I appreciate is Bottega. I don't want to spend money on Bottega right now. It's it on my forever wish list for sure, and hopefully like one day I can invest in a Bottega piece. But any other brand that like has woven items remind me way too much of Bottega, which ends up me not liking the items, because I just think that they're like a Bottega ripoff, if that makes sense. And I think that Dragon Diffusion was the first brand that I didn't feel that way. I think it's also because they have their own like woven pattern, their own like cute shapes. It just gives off a totally different vibe, and it's way more affordable. Obviously, you can see why. With like the most popular bags, they don't have inner lining. I don't think that any of their bags have like inner lining, but that's not where their brand is all about. It's more of like a hippie approach to bags, if that makes sense. But the number one reason why I haven't purchased one till this day is because I just don't find it convenient that you cannot close the bags. Like, I don't mind it not being woven on the inside or have any lining on the inside. Sorry, I meant lining on the inside. But what I do find annoying annoying is that you cannot close it. And that design is the Santa Maria one in particular, specifically the dark brown one, because you know, isn't it obvious? I'm into neutrals, and especially like a good dark chocolate brown, which screams fall to me. This bag, yeah. I love this bag because it has a flap. You are able to close it. I love the taper design of it and that it has thin handles, but they really do look sturdy. And I actually think that this is more so marketed as a summer bag. To me, this screams fall, and I think that has to do with the color of the bag, this one specifically. And I just think that this is the more practical version of the other bags that they have, and also a little less hippie, a little bit more clean. Yeah, I don't know how to like describe it correctly. I don't want to, like, hippie isn't a negative thing for me, it's just a vibe. And that's not the vibe that I'm looking for, if that makes sense. So yeah, that one is on my wish list. It isn't too expensive, I gotta be honest. I have designer bags that are more expensive than that, so it fits my view price point wise. The only thing that I'm like reconsidering is the color, because I'm like, I own quite a lot of brown bags, but on the other hand, like, it's a totally different model in comparison to what I have, and dark brown is always just so elegant and it suits literally everything that I'm like, you know what, just get it. So the second fashion item is a coat, and it's actually a coat that I don't think I will ever purchase. I will probably go for a dupe, and that is the Savary suede trench coat, the dark brown one. I've seen this coat on TikTok plenty of times. I've seen it on their website. I literally have a tab open with that trench 4 months now, but I just cannot purchase it due to the price. Like, the price point is absolutely insane. It's $1,000. Like, what? Why? I don't need $1,000 coat. Like, let's be so for real. But the fit and the design of it is something that I've never seen before in a suede coat. So it's double-breasted. It has this like effortless oversized fit with structured shoulders, and I think that that is the perfect combination when it comes to edginess and elegance colliding. Like, yeah. The thing is, this is actually a UK brand, and they've opened a pop-up in London, and I'm going to London next week. I am considering to at least try the coat on, because I just want to see. I just want to see it in person. I want to see it on me to really know for sure if this is something that I would ever considering saving up for, or that I'm like, hell no. So I think that I'm gonna go to that store just to scratch that itch. It can go both ways. It could go a way that I'm like, nope, this is not for me. But it could also go into the direction of me literally just purchasing it at the spot, which I'm hoping not, because that is a ridiculous amount of money for a coat. Like, there's no way I can explain that to myself. I think that the only way of explaining it, like it being a correct purchase, is if I would wear it every single day for the next 10 years. Because that's just a crazy amount of money, but it's on the wish list. It's on the wish list. Be honest. Okay, then 2 less expensive items, okay? And that is a pair of sunglasses by Shevoke. I already own a brown pair of their sunglasses. I think that they have like really fashionable designs. They have polarized sunglasses, but you don't pay the designer amount of money, even though they look designer. And the one that I've been eyeing has to be the GINI one, and either in black or in tortoise. I think it's gonna be the second one, just because mine broke. I had one that I absolutely love from Mango that was 20 bucks, and it broke last week out of nowhere in half. And it just made me realize, like, even though I've worn that one for at least a year, quality wise there is a difference, you know? So spending 130 bucks instead of 20 really makes a difference when it comes to the design, the quality, and how long it lasts over time. So again, that was like a little moment of realization. I've enjoyed wearing it. I've worn it more than I've done with any other like high fashion sunglasses brand, but this is also what happens after a while. So that one is on my wish list. The last fashion item are these like lounge sets from a brand called Exercere. I think that I pronounce it right this way, Exercere. I've seen this on my social media as well. I think it's a European brand. I'm not 100% sure, but their sets look so cute. They also have activewear, but I'm more so looking into like the home outfits that still look put together, being monochrome, nice fits, buttery soft fabrics. That's what that brand is oozing out. They're not the cheapest though. I think that like a full set, you're already around like 200 bucks if I'm correct. So it's not like something that I would easily purchase just from a money point of view. And me being like, oh my God, that's just for one set. But as far as I could see and people review it, is that the quality is elite. So I do think that these are like pieces that I will really enjoy. Still looking put together around the house, but not feeling like I need to wear like my outer clothes, like my outside clothes, if that makes sense. Just being comfortable, but in a fashionable way. I've specifically been eyeballing the gray set and the brown one because I think that those two are normally also the type of colors that I would go for, and I think it's very flattering and it's also easy to combine with each other. So gray with brown, brown with gray when it comes to accessory wise, socks, you name it, or even using it as like a flight outfit to wear, because I do like to be comfortable while flying but still also feel and look like put together. Okay, then I have two tech items, one being getting the new iPhone 17 Pro Max, and that is basically because I literally have an iPhone 14 Pro Max and now we're at 17, which time flew by so quickly. Don't get me wrong, I'm still enjoying the iPhone 14 till this day, but I do feel like when I look at the new specs, especially when it comes to camera quality, that is going to be a nice upgrade. I didn't feel that with the 15, I did not feel that with the 16, but now with the 17, this has been the only one that I've been considering purchasing, so I think that I'm gonna do it. The only thing that is kind of annoying me has to be the colors that you can pick from. Like honestly, silver, orange, and blue, who wants that? Like orange is fun for a week. The blue one, same. Silver, I'm a gold girl. I am going for the silver one though, because I feel like it resembles, like it's the closest to white as possible. And I think it's the easiest to combine with cases like these, but yeah, it wasn't something that excited me, to be super honest. And I think that that's the only down part. But I also gotta be so freaking for real. It's not about those aesthetics, it's about usage. And I do think that it's a major upgrade when it comes to camera quality, and cameras is part of my day-to-day, so that's reason enough to consider getting that one. The second tech item is the CurrentBody LED hair growth helmet. Now, don't get it twisted. I am not getting it for hair growth for me. I am considering in 2026 to rent a chair out in both London and Amsterdam, like once a month, once every 2 months, or once every quarter. I still need to figure out how I would like to see it, to have in-person trichology consultations and treatments. And one of the treatments, or one of the services that I would like to offer as like kind of aftercare after the treatment, is an LED helmet or an LED comb. And I've been loving the CurrentBody face LED mask, so I would like to stick to that brand because I've enjoyed it. So I'm considering getting that one, since red light therapy has great benefits when it comes to encouraging hair growth and especially stimulating a healthier scalp. I don't want to get in depth about that, but don't see it as something that will make you grow more hair than you naturally have, but it is a nice added bonus to add to your routine, I would say. So that one has been on, so that one definitely is on my fall list to get everything prepped for those in-person consultations. Okay, this video has almost come to an end, and yes, my list isn't that long, I think, because again, if I make it any longer, you'll get that overconsumption vibe right away, and I really wanted it to be very specific, picked out, and well thought of. So the last thing on my fall wish list is a skill, and that skill is probably super random when you hear it, but that is, I want to learn tufting. And tufting is something that I've seen online quite a lot. I would love to add more things to my walls in the house because I literally don't have anything on my walls in the house, because I'm looking for something that has texture and some depth. And when I saw people making tufting paintings or tufting mats that they put on walls, I was like, this is exactly what I'm looking for, because I'm not someone who wants something very colorful in the house. I love to keep it nice and creamy, if that makes sense. But the thing that I feel like I'm trying to implement in my home decoration is more so textures instead of color differences. And tufting does exactly that. You're working with textures. And I think that that is the perfect like added bonus to put on my wall without it like being in your face. So I want to learn how to do it. Over here you do have these like one-day workshops, but I literally really want to learn how to do it so I can do it from home. So I really want to like deep dive into what you need, techniques, get the right equipment to first start off small and then eventually hopefully like making big tufting art that I can specifically put on my wall. But we need to think small first. I really need to learn the skills before like having a big project like that. I do have to be honest, I came from a household where my mom did knitting, sewing, you name it, so I can do all of that. So I don't think, maybe I'm overhyping myself, I don't think that I'm a beginner when it comes to techniques, but this is something different, so I do need to start from scratch if it makes sense. But I do think that it will be a little easier for me to get into it instead of someone who has never done anything in this sense before. So I'm really excited about that. I think that adding a skill to a wish list is so much fun because you're actually gaining more knowledge instead of only getting more stuff. Obviously, I need stuff to make it, but I'm also gaining a skill, and continuously learning is something that I've always been trying to do. And it used to be doing studies, and now it's more so like skills because I just don't want to study again, if that makes sense. But it can also be languages, a skill when it comes to sports. Like I wanna like explore as much of my interests as possible, and this has been one of them. And instead of like paying for someone to make one, I can also make it myself, and that actually will make it a piece that I'm more proud of instead of buying it, especially since it's something that you can hand make yourself. And that is where this fall wish list has come to an end. I think it's actually an exciting one. Obviously, I don't think that all of them are items that I'll eventually get, but it is a fun way of listing down things that you're actually considering instead of like scrolling on the internet and right away purchasing something without really thinking about it. It really makes you more conscious about what you're actually needing, what you're wanting, and what you're willing to invest into. And that has been something that really made me excited about like making this wish list. And it took me a couple of weeks to actually do so, which makes me extra excited when I do end up getting one of these items, you know what I mean? Especially since my profession does include quite some consumption when it comes to, in this case, mostly beauty and makeup items. I really want to make sure that when it comes to all the other things that aren't part of my work, that I'm as conscious as possible and I don't overspend or overdo things. Again, there's still all items that I don't particularly need, like don't get me wrong, life is also supposed to be fun, and fun items also include that. Thank you so much for sticking around if you made it till the end. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate all of the love and the comments that I've been getting in my previous videos. It really shows me that me being back on YouTube right now is the right thing to do, and it makes me excited to like film next videos, and I've really been enjoying it the past couple of months, and that is all thanks to you. Do let me know if you have any suggestions on what you would like to see in my next videos. I'm trying to make a list of to film, but I also really want to make sure that I film and talk about things, subjects, items that really are in your interest and that you like to do, not only myself, even though I've been enjoying all of the videos that I've been making so far. So anything you want to see when it comes to these type of subjects, but also hair, skin, makeup science, product formulations, scalp, hair, you name it, drop it in the comments below and I can see what I can do when it comes to creating these type of videos, because I just want to make sure that you get what you need out of my channel. I hope you're having a lovely day. Stay safe and I will see you in the next one.